Hello everybody, how goes it? Rabbitsmore here, and this is my industrial smelter tutorial, which is basically just a fancy word for having a bunch of automatic furnaces, like this system here. And what's great about this system is we're going to be using a hopper timer here, which is going to make sure that every time our minecart goes over and delivers our items to our furnaces, that it picks up at least 8 items each time, since we have 8 furnaces, so that makes it about as efficient as possible. So, I'll do a quick example here. I'm going to go ahead and get 16 fuel in our fuel chest here, which is going to deliver it down into our minecart here. That's going to go over our fuel hoppers here. And I'll put 16 blocks that we're going to cook in this one here. Whoops. At least I thought I did. There we go. And as you can see, as soon as I do that, it starts up our system. They come back and get at least 8 items back here. And it'll go ahead, and there you see, it filled up every single one of our furnaces there. So like I said, it's pretty much as efficient as possible, since it will make sure it fills up at least all of our furnaces each time it passes by. So, you guys probably aren't here to watch this thing cook though, you probably want to know how to build it, so I'm not going to wait for this, let's get right into building it. Alright, before we get building this, I have to point out that because of some Minecraft glitches, we have to be facing south, as you can see on the left. While we're looking at the front of our furnaces here and while we're building this, we're going to have to be facing south, and I'll show why. Because of 2 reasons. The first one is, if you're facing south, when you put rails next to each other, they won't connect to each other. But if you're facing east or west, they will connect to each other, and we don't want that to happen. And the other glitch is, if we're facing north while we're building it, for some reason, hoppers that are 2 blocks away from the minecart chests will actually put blocks in those chests. So you can see, if I put it in here, it actually goes all the way over into this minecart here, which is really weird. I don't understand it, but it doesn't happen in the other direction. So that's why we're going to have to be facing south to build this. Alright, so we're going to go out and start building it here, and again we're going to have to be facing south, as you can see on the left as we're building this. So I'm going to be placing our double chest first, which is where we're going to be collecting our cooked items at the end. And from here I'm just going to break out the 2 blocks behind this, and then in each direction we're going to go 3. So another 3 this direction here. Then we're going to go behind our double chest, we're going to shift right click hoppers going into the back, and then we're going to place hoppers going into each other, going out to the outsides here. And then on top of each of these, while we're standing on the side with the double chest, we're going to place furnaces facing towards us. And then we're going to place hoppers behind each of these going into the back, and that's going to be where our fuel, like our coal, is going to be pushed into the back here. And then on each of these, we're going to put a hopper on top going down, and that's going to put our item that we want to cook into the furnaces. And then on each of these, each of the hoppers up top, we're going to place a powered rail going all the way down. And the same on the top here. And then on the end here on the right side, we're going to build an area up and over like this here, and that's going to stop our minecart from going off the edge. And we can place our redstone torch here, and that will actually power all of our powered rails here. So, at the other side, we want to build 2 blocks over from each hopper. And then on each of these, we're going to do a normal rail and a powered rail. So that's where our minecart chest is going to be sitting and collecting items from the hopper at the end. And then we're going to do the exact same thing that we did over there on this side. So we're going to build up and over, and then we're going to put a redstone torch right here. Alright, from here we want to get our hoppers set up that are going to be loading our minecart chest. So what we're going to do is go on the sides here and right click the side of the powered rail so that the hopper is going in towards where the minecart chest is going to be sitting. The same on the other side here, just click the side of the powered rail there. And then we're going to place a chest on top of each of these. And that's all ready to go now, so now we just need to build our hopper timer system. So what we're going to do here is go back behind our system here and start building from the centerpiece here. We're going to go out 3 blocks. And then we're going to build a block from underneath where this hopper is and build out to the exact same distance here. And we're going to go up top, going to grab a comparator, and that's going to be coming out of our hopper here and going into a solid block, and that's going to have a redstone torch on the other side and a redstone repeater. That's going to be right here facing this direction, and we're going to set that to 4 ticks there. And on the other side, we just need redstone dust, and that's going to go on all 3 blocks here. and then we're going to start working on our hopper timer system that's going to be connected to these two here. Alright, so to start working on our hopper timer system, we're going to need to build a 6x2 platform on this side. So we're going to start where our redstone dust is here, go out a block, and go 2 blocks over. And then we're going to go the other direction towards this repeater, and then go 1 block out from the repeater here. And then we're going to build this whole thing out 1 more block here. And now we can go back up top. And from here we can start working on our hopper timer system. So I'm going to put a block of redstone right where this dust is. I'm going to put a sticky piston facing this direction, and a sticky piston another block away facing this direction here, so you can see they'll push it back and forth. And then behind each of these we're going to need a redstone dust and a solid block next to that. And then we're going to have a comparator going into each of these blocks here. And then we're going to have our hoppers in the center here. So we're going to place a hopper here. We're going to shift right click our hopper going into that one, and then break this one, and then shift right click the hopper going back into that one. So they'll push the items back and forth between each other in our timer system here. So now we just need to put in 7 blocks in here. So I'm going to be using, and it doesn't matter which hopper you put it into, you can pick whichever one you want. And I'm going to be using cobblestone for this since it's a very easy to get resource. And again, you want 7 blocks here. Just go ahead and put that in your hopper here. And that's what's going to time our system so that our minecart chests have just enough time to pick up 8 items each time. And that's it for your hopper timer system here. It's all ready. The last thing you need to do is come over to your hoppers here and put your minecart chests. So let me grab those. So you're going to put a minecart chest right here, and you're good to go. The whole system is ready to go. All you have to do is go over to your fuel here, the further chest, and you can put your coal or your charcoal or your blaze rods or even wood planks, whatever you want to use as fuel will go into that further chest. And whatever you want to cook in here, like steak or cobblestone, you just throw in this chest here and it will automatically cook everything, and you can collect everything in this double chest here. So a couple other things that you might want to do as well is you could build out a double chest on this side here and on here if you wanted to, just so you could put more items into them, and it's a little easier to reach from here as well. And another thing that I like to do is when I'm dressing up the system here, is like I'm building up my walls, is I'll actually use a slab. Let me see, where's a stone brick slab? There we go. I'll use a slab here in the corner while I'm building up my walls, and it makes it look nice, and it's a lot easier. You can go over here and stand, and you can easily reach your fuel chest here. But that's pretty much it, guys. You're good to go. So thanks for watching. Have an excellent day, and see you later.